Welcome back to the channel, everyone. As you saw in the last video, I'm going to be doing a little bit different of a setup on my gravel bike just to try to make sure that I don't have a DNF at this year's Unbound Gravel, doing the 100-mile event again this year, and this time I am determined to finish. So as I teased in the last video, and if any of you guessed Vittoria Airliners gravel specific version, you are absolutely correct. I'm going to be installing these airliners on my gravel bike today to make sure that if I do have some sort of puncture in my tires that doesn't seal up, I can at least limp my way into the next checkpoint. If you didn't catch my video at the after last year's Unbound, I'll go ahead and link that up at the top. But I flatted out at about mile 52, and there was a checkpoint about 10 miles ahead or so where I actually had entirely new tires and tubes waiting for me that I could have swapped to and kept going and finished that event. So hopefully with these airliners in place, even if I do get a puncture that I can't seal up, I can roll well enough to get into a checkpoint and do the necessary repairs. Before I get started on this install, please go ahead, drop down in the comments if you've used these airliners either for road application, gravel application, or mountain bike application, because I am super curious to know how well they work out, and if it's something that I should even be relying on for my Unbound race this year, because if not, I have about 4 months to switch up the setup to something that's going to be a little bit more reliable. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead, get those airliners installed on the gravel bike. Let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing of the gravel specific Vittoria Airliner. I really like the packaging that it comes in. Alright, looks like that's what it is. Let's go ahead and throw this on the scale and see where we're at. Ooh, might be a trick. Looks like we are at 63 grams. You can just barely see that in there. But overall, it's not a huge weight penalty. In addition to the airliner itself, it does have a zip tie needed for install and a new tubeless valve specific for this. And it does state in the instructions that you are to use the airliner specific tubeless valve. Well, it's kind of a bummer. I'm going to be losing my awesome muc-off orange valve stems, but that's okay, because if this is going to help me finish it Unbound, that's all that matters. We'll go ahead and get that removed. All right, now I have to take the airliner and size it to the rim. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Wrap it around. Now, as you can see, got quite a bit to trim off there. So airliner is installed just like that. All the way around. Now the trick will be getting the tire to seat on with that. Finally got it installed. That was not easy. Imagine trying to put a tire with a tube on and the tube is super inflated, only you can't deflate the tube. It was quite a battle to get it on. However, now it is on. I did also go ahead and top up my sealant in there, so that should be good and fresh. Let's see if I can go ahead and seat the bead on this with just a floor pump, or if I have to use the air compressor. Looks like it's going to be the air compressor. bead is now seated. Let's go ahead and pump this up. One airliner installed. Not really necessary to show you the other one. Just know it'll probably be just as difficult as this one. So I'm going to give these a shot. See just exactly how well they work out. Hopefully it'll never be a situation where I need to rely on the airliner, but it's good insurance knowing it's there if I need it. And I was a little concerned about the possibility of noise, but I don't really hear any noise. And now I also know that I've got fresh tire sealant for at least the early season. So with that said, thanks for watching. Until next time, enjoy your ride.